Folks, this place is cool. This is Bill with Dine Drink Vegas, and I'm walking into Retro by Voltaggio, a new restaurant here at the Mandalay Bay. And if you are more or less roughly the age I am, this is going to bring back every good memory from childhood. And if you're older or younger, you know what? It's still going to be a good place to eat. We've just been seated and we've ordered our cocktails, but before we get the food, what I want to do is walk you through this space so you get a sense of what it looks like and what the vibe is. On this channel, we never make you watch us eat, so after I do the walkthrough, I'm going to come back and show you still photos of the food, which I'm sure we're going to enjoy tremendously. So, you've got cool 80s decor, 70s decor, you've got skateboards and such in there. They do obviously have an elevator if you don't want to walk this way. My children no longer have any idea what I'm talking about when I explain things like VHS tapes, right? Like they think I'm making it up. But again, all the best memories of childhood. I had the Millennium Falcon. So, we're going to get a picture later on. They're inside that Game Boy, and they offered to take it for us, and that's not a charge, right? You just take it with your camera. But they do several things here that are cool. So, I checked in upstairs, and then you check back in down here. But there's some stuff on the tables that I want to show you that is super, super cool. So, the color scheme is cool, but those are glass plates designed to look like the paper plates that we all had at every church picnic in 1982. Also, turning back around to the bar, we've already received our cocktails. Those are fantastic. They're beautifully presented. They taste good. You see how the folks in front of me are dressed? That's actually how we're dressed, too. It's a very casual, pardon me, ma'am, I'm so sorry, a very casual and informal sort of vibe. I don't know that this is by Brian and Michael Voltaggio. I don't know that the toys here aren't just out of their house from when they were kids. Going back around, one of the things that I appreciate is, and I'll show you after this video, I'm going to show you a rolling video of the menu, but we got a tasting menu. It's a four-course tasting menu for $99, and I get it, that's not a cheap meal, but that's not what you're usually doing in Vegas. And for a four-course menu from Celebrity Food Network chefs, that is an exceptionally good deal. So I'm going to walk back around to our table in a second. Then, like I said, after that, I'm going to come back and show you still photos of the food. And I'm also going to give you a rolling video of what the menu is. Before I do that, though, folks, I'd really like to ask for your help. What we try real hard to do at Dine Drink Vegas is bring you short and focused videos to give you the information you need to plan your next trip to Vegas, where to eat, where to stay, all of that. It'd help us a lot if you would leave a comment in the comments section below. Tell us where you like to eat. Ask us any questions, and that'll help YouTube show our videos to more people. You can also like and subscribe, but I will be back in just a second with rolling video of the menu. First, folks, let me apologize for the video quality on this roll-through of the menu. It's not of the crispness that I'd like, but still I think you can basically see it's all the things that our moms served to us in the 70s and 80s and maybe the early 90s. The only difference is that it's at a really elevated level, right? Like it's executed better. The cocktail menu was nice. Most of the cocktails were around $20, so it's clearly not a cheap place to have a drink, but relative to some of the other places on the Vegas Strip, it's a fairly good deal because a lot of those places are now charging $24, $25 for their cocktails. The really good deal here, though, was the four-course tasting menu. There were 3 people in our group. That's what we all got. And now let me show you some still photos of the individual dishes. For the first course, the appetizer course, we got 3 different things. One of my friends tried the chicken pot pie. It was those croquettes that you see there. And the chicken pot pie were really good. It's just not what we were presenting. It was essentially a chicken pot pie croquette. We enjoyed that very much. And we all traded bites because that's what we were doing. And the deviled eggs were a little bit weird. I've had more deviled eggs in my life than I can count. Sometimes at my grandmom's house, usually at some sort of a church potluck or something, and it was this weird creamy texture and consistency. They tasted really good. It's just not what I was expecting when I thought we had ordered, fairly standard deviled eggs. The pepperoni rolls, though, were just absolutely amazing. Pepperoni rolls are something that my mom used to cook for us a lot in the early to mid 80s. These were just, they tasted better. They came with a marinara dipping sauce. So far, so good. The appetizer course was all fantastic stuff.
And it's things where it's really easy to trade bites with other people at your tables. What I would recommend, and what I would recommend very strongly, is that you set it up so that you order different things so that you can have different bites. Next came a salad course. We had one of us had the Caesar salad, and it was fine. Don't get me wrong, we enjoyed the Caesar salad. It's just that it was a Caesar salad. Now, where the win was with the Caesar salad was that they made their own croutons for it. That actually was a really nice touch. So even with that, there were some upscale touches. The caprese salad, though, may be one of the most artfully presented dishes that I've seen in Las Vegas. It was a great big hunk of mozzarella cheese, but on top of it was almost, I don't know how to describe it, a jelly maybe, but a tomato jelly instead of the traditional presentation of sliced tomatoes with mozzarella. And you can see a lot of the balsamic vinegar there. So of the two different dishes the three of us tried in the salad course, I think the caprese was more successful, although we very much enjoyed the the Caesar salad. As we moved into the entree, we tried two different things. I got the Wagyu pot roast, and I had been looking forward to this Wagyu pot roast for weeks and weeks before the meal, and it was absolutely fantastic. It had to have been the best pot roast I think I've ever had, and I don't want to insult either of my grandmothers, both of whom made amazing pot roast, but using that Wagyu beef cheek, it was just so tender and rich, and I enjoyed the presentation and the corningware dishes. Like, that was everything that anybody in my family has ever cooked in. It looked right. It just tasted better than all of the dishes that I had as a kid. One of my buddies ordered the Voltaggios, so on the surface, these were just pasta rings, right? The difference is they were homemade pasta rings served with meatballs. The presentation was done really upscale. They put them in an old tin can and then poured them into the cup. So the entree course, I think, was my favorite part of the meal. It looked like the stuff we all had when we were kids. It was just in an elevated level, and it was done better. We tried two different desserts. We tried the cheesecake creme brulee, which you can see here. It was nice, right? I enjoyed it. I think the problem was that by this point in the meal, I was simply so full that I probably didn't get to enjoy it as much as I would have enjoyed. It was served with strawberries. It was fantastic. We enjoyed that very much. I think the even more artful presentation, though, may have been on the cookies and cream dessert, which you can see here. It looks very much like, I don't know, a cookies and cream ice cream that you would have had in 1982, or maybe like some Oreos or something like that, served on some crumbled graham crackers. So the desserts were fantastic. It was probably my second favorite course of the four that we had. It's just that by this point in the meal, we were all really full. So would I go back to Retro by the Voltaggio brothers? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm actually looking forward to it on my next trip. It is a different Vegas dining experience. I've done a lot of good cheap eats. I've done a lot of upscale eats. But this is the first thing that I've done in a long time, which is truly a different sort of thing. Foods which were comfortable and familiar to me, but just presented better and done more nicely. I hope this video has been helpful to you, because what we try really hard to do here at Dine Drink Vegas is bring you short and focused videos that give you the information that you need to plan your next trip to Vegas. If we've done that, I would really appreciate your support for the channel. Please click like and subscribe. You can also help YouTube show our videos to more people if you leave a comment down in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, though, and happy travels!